Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 38 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
In both locker rooms, the coaches talked about setting the tone early. Didn't matter whether you started on offense or defense. In this case, the team that had the ball first did exactly that. Took it right downfield and scored.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 27. A first carry now. This is Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Slam. Alert flare.
On second down, Williams. And now look at him go. And he cuts it back right, and he's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 66 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Breeze now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10. On play action. Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2 at the 47-yard line.
On second down now, it's Williams, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Mahomes now to throw. And it's caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. On 2nd down, Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's to his running back, it's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker. Maybe.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Lutt's good on the extra point. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
43! 43!
They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yellow! Yellow!
Let's go, defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
He's checking. Crash.
16.
Check 6 guys.
Now here's Mahomes. forced out to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, but it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now Mahomes dancing to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Breeze now on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again. Ready. 95, 56.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Breeze here finding Kamara, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route-running ability.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Damian Williams and the Chiefs ready to begin their next drive. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. And so
this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Mahomes going to throw. That one complete to Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Ready. Yellow lady. 53. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Gibbs got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. So we've reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
43, 15. 47. Check. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
15. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Nice 7. Let's go.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Yellow.
Mike's 47.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He finds Robinson. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check. Delta. Down to lose 1. 47.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hey, yellow. Go on, 80. 65.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 59 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Here we go. Check 52.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A throw over the middle taken in. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
5-8. Easy, opposite. Switch it. Here, switch it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Ready? Waiting. Mike. Watch the twist.
Now on 2nd and 16. Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 46 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
So that one, an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Get that ball. Get Bravo. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
And the blitz does come. Robinson's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards on the play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 30 yards. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. They find some open field here. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
On the ground, Kamara. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic 1st down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Kamara trying again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. To throw is Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Breeze now on first down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Breeze's throw on target to Cook, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Breeze now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Here's Breeze to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw is Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Drew Brees in the offense. Down by 13. 1:45 to play. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Check 56. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On first down, Brees. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Number 53. Mike 53. I'm on.
Again, they'll throw with Brees. The open man is Smith. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's got Smith here.
Good.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now, Brees again. Throw left side complete. It's Murray. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Brees going to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Again, it's Brees. He gets it to Thomas. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And they're going deep for Hill. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. One final try here for Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with